Hey guys, welcome back. Episode number 9. In previous episodes we've talked a little bit about some of the most common stability and mobility components that we see with our running athletes. Of course, we acknowledge it's not an exhaustive list, but it's a very reasonable starting point for you to develop some competencies and some capacities which will allow you to train with continuity in order to successfully complete your goal in the half marathon next year. We're now going to transition some of those exercises and put those things together into a drill which is basically going to try and access lots of different areas at the same time. The main focus of these drills is about balance and about spatial awareness, knowing exactly what you're doing and having some control while you're doing those. For the first couplet of exercises, we're going to talk about a walking drill with a balance hold, and then we're going to make that more difficult by challenging you to go up onto your toes. And you'll see an example of this now. This is very important to put some of those pieces together to allow you to kind of translate those benefits into your running performance. So we're going to start, and you might do this in the corridor or hallway at home. The first process is literally going to be to bring your knee up in front of your body with your foot in front of the other leg here, very deliberately so. And we'll make a distinction with the next video on this. So the first drill will look something like this. You're going to walk, and you're going to balance, and you're going to try and show balance on the top position of every step, looking straight forward the whole time. This is really important. From the front perspective, we're talking about stepping here and balancing, and we're not allowing too much of this rocking or swaying movement to occur. The very purpose of this exercise is to minimize those things from occurring. So you're going to practice that walking drill, elbows staying nice and tight into your body and your arms are moving only from the elbows, and you're literally going to work through those patterns, trying to practice your balance. When you become very competent at this, and you can successfully go through a series of steps without falling or losing balance, you're going to make this more difficult for yourself. And by more difficult, you are literally going to lift the leg, and then the straight leg is going to go up onto the toe as well before you step forward. This obviously reduces the point of contact, makes it much more unsteady, and increases the necessity to stabilize through your tummy and your bum. For this one, we will step forward and balance, step forward, balance, step forward and balance, as so forth. You're going to find that as you transition up onto your toes, it all starts to move around and you lose your balance. The whole purpose of this, of course, is to stay tight, using those tummy muscles and switching all the muscles on that you practiced accessing over the last few months.